Thank you very much, Umar, for the opportunity. Good evening to all your listeners. Let me start by saying that January 2017, when the MPB administration came into office, one of the projects or proposals that had been started by the then administration, NDC administration, was this Lightwave e-health project, which was meant to digitize and network all government health facilities. So really, the phase one began in 2016 with 25 selected health facilities in the central region. Now, the contract was signed on the 1st of April 2016. So by somewhere in 2018, the phase one had been done, including the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. These 25 facilities had been networked and could speak to each other. When you go to one of them, you don't have to carry your ID. Just your number could show your records. And so the government of Ghana then reviewed the progress that had been made with the phase one, and then went into a contract to do a nationwide rollout. Now, the Ministry of Health, representing the government of Ghana, sent a proposal to PPA requesting to roll out the program at a cost of about $186 million. No source. Now, the approval was granted by the Ministry of Finance in 2019 approved $100 million instead of the 186 that had been approved by PPA. And so the program was rescoped to cover 950 facilities. And I think the details of the objectives was also rescoped. But essentially, it was a $100 million project. So this phase two was signed on the 29th of March 2019 finally for the vendor to start work. Now, the project was supposed to be done in 3 years, but due to the vendor gave reasons like COVID disruptions, supply chain disruptions, and sometimes the slowness of the health facilities that were being onboarded. So remember, this is a program to network and digitize health facilities, and some of them had capacity issues when it came to IT officers and all that. But long story short, the vendor was able to digitize most of the facilities that had high traffic. That's the big facilities like teaching hospitals, all district hospitals were done, all teaching hospitals was done, all regional hospitals was done. In fact, polyclinics were done and all that. It was left with the health centers. By the time their contract came to an end or their contract expired December 2024. Now, what happened? What is causing these issues is that when the company realized that they were yet to do a few facilities before finishing their work, but on paper, their contract had expired. My check showed that they approached the ministry wanting some 1 year extension so that they could bring the program to an end, as in finish with the rest of the health centers. I think my check showed that the ministry was unwilling to do any form of extension with them, and the vendor also felt that they provided support services as part of the work that they were doing, and that to continue to provide support services without any form of legal framework was injurious to their fortunes. And that is apparently what led to them not offering the support services. Now, the minister mentions system being switched off. My text show that it has nothing to do with the system being switched off. All the health facilities have data right at their hospitals. Every facility has a server. And so even with that Lightwave, facilities could do their work. The problem arises when they need support services, and Lightwave couldn't offer because the government of Ghana has not done the contract continuation or termination with them. And so all I can say is that it's a very worthy project that has gone very far. Now, I hear people saying that out of 950, they've done 450. Remember, when you are onboarding a hospital like Kolebu Teaching Hospital, because they have a staff strength of close to 5,000 and very diverse multiple units, onboarding Kolebu Teaching Hospital is equivalent to onboarding 200 health centers. All the facilities that are left outstanding are small facilities, mostly health centers, 99%. And so there's so-called 500 left. It's equivalent to the work that Lightweight did at only Kolebu and Fofanoche. I'm saying this so that we get the perspective that we intentionally made them start from where the work was most difficult. Where are we now? We have a situation where government of Ghana, through the Minister of Health, is saying that they've done an audit. The vendor has not been given copy of the audit to respond. When they approach the minister says, I've given it to Attorney General. Here you have a situation where you are dealing with a vendor, two parties. You think there's a dispute. You not allow your other party to come in. And what is even more dangerous is that the minister has unilaterally gone to engage another vendor and is telling Ghanaians that the name of the new system is Ghana Health Information Management System. And Umaru, what makes it frightening is that on the surface you might think that this work is about to be done by Ghana or the state. It is actually a competitor of Lightweight who has been looking for this job for the past 8 years and has succeeded in entering the ministry to be doing a job that has been given to another entity, which is just about finishing. So this is some of the initial comments I'll make.
Okay. When your government came into office, was there an obligation under the previous contract that you continue engaging these limbs in 2018, leading to you signing that fresh contract?
Oh, Omaru, respectively, you have a vendor who has got a proposal to network the whole country. But started with phase 1, which was more or less a form of pilot. And then the work done was reviewed. The benefits were looked at. The values created were looked at. And the government of Ghana realized that, in fact, let me state this, although this was a proposal signed under NDC government, it was going to be very beneficial to the state. And that is why the NPP administration even rolled it out nationwide. And so if you ask me, all I want to say is that there was an initial work which was a form of pilot. They had in-country experience. They were able to learn on the job. Remember, if you talk to any...
I just wanted to know whether the contract forced you to extend or it was based on your assessment of their good work that made you continue. I just wanted to know that.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good. So
the work that
the variation of the contract sum from 180 million plus to 100 million plus, was that also supposed to lead to a reduction in the number of facilities from 900 plus to 400 plus?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I just want to get a few things clear. So the 100 million was for 900 plus facilities, correct?
Absolutely, that's correct.
Do you know how much we paid them for delivering those 900 hospitals?
Yeah, so you see, it's a project you are doing to onboard 950. All right? And so the project was supposed to be done in 3 years. But like I said, running an IT program from my check showed that it's not like building a house where you just put on a block. You can have obstructions on the way. So they requested during our time for an extension, which we gave them. And what I want to say is that they've been paid about 76 million USD or so. And the work they've done, even an audit we did when we were there showed that the work they had done was up to the amount. Just that I think there was some approximately 10 million USD, which we felt that was, was work yet to be done. And from the discussions, it came out that when you have an amount of money as part of a project, the project is still ongoing, by the way. Remember, what they've gotten is not outside the contract amount.
Okay.
Just that you are looking at the work they've done.
I just wanted to see. So because the minister says the amount that was paid does not correspond with the work that has been done. I wanted to know how much in total was paid them out of the 100 million, and how many are outstanding. Can you confirm that?
The whole work which they are doing is worth $100 million. They've not been paid more than 100. After the time we exited, our reconciliation with them showed that the amount of invoices they had raised and the amount of money they had received was equivalent to $76 million.
Okay.
Yes.
So they paid.
Yes,
One second.
I'm coming.
And I'm just trying to get a few things, and we can proceed from there.
Okay.
So we paid them over $70 million to onboard 950 hospitals on this health information system. How many hospitals have they done?
So more,
You said
Umaru. Yeah, Umaru. The 76 million is not for the 950. Remember, it is 100 million that is for the 950. I hope that is clear.
Yes, and so far they've done only 450, right?
Correct. And the point I'm making is that we are paid 76 out of the 100 million, and they have done 450 approximately out of the 450. But please listen to this carefully. Our reconciliation showed that the work they had done at the time they had completed the 450 was equivalent to about 66 million USD. Please, you get it. So then there was a surplus of $10 million approximately. And then in our dispute, because when there is any dispute between the two parties, it is supposed to be resolved. If you look at the contract, it says that it's supposed to be resolved between the two parties within 28 days. If we are unable to resolve, we have to get a third party to come in to mediate. So we sat down with them when we were there, and then it was agreed that the $10 million will be treated as advance certificate. Now, in the contract terms, an advance certificate means that it is money that you have ahead of the job. It means as you continue to onboard more, you use the 10 million, and then the outstanding 23 million can be given to you by the time you reach the 950.
Okay.
So yes.
Now good. Now the minister is saying to us that the vendor is saying it would not hand over the data to the state, and then the vendor then goes ahead to use blackmail to switch off and on the system at will to force this government's hand to continue with a deal that they thought was not in the interest of the state. Do you, when you were signing the contract, where did you agree for the data to be? Was the data supposed to be with this company, or it was supposed to be with the state?
Umaru, I've listened to the minister, and what I can say is that I'm very sad at the way he has handled this matter. The minister has made a lot of comments and statements which are outrightly false, which are serious misrepresentations. And because I don't speak for the company, I wouldn't like to say it's meant to malign the company so the job can be given to a competitor who has been nosing around for years. Let me, number one, say that the minister made a claim that the company is a foreign-owned company. Umaru, have you heard that comment?
In fact, I can actually read further. I just received a message from someone you know very well, Dr. Anthony Gingon. You know him. Yes. He's a deputy chief executive and at the National Health Insurance Scheme or National Health Insurance Authority. And he says that the LIMS, which is a system we are talking about, came to help a foreign entity rob Ghana with impunity. I'm continuing. He says, I expect the minister to be firm and introduce a software owned by Ghana. Dr. Okoboy, let me land with a message from Dr. Gingon. Dr. Okoboy should confess that he was compromised. Else, why has he become the spokesperson for Lightwave?
Good, thank you, Omar. I think don't let anybody distract us. To address the fact and address the issue step by step. I am saying that the Honorable Minister has made a claim that the company is a foreign company. Omaru, have you seen any evidence that this is a foreign company entity that is doing this job? It's a complete lie. It's a falsehood. I'm speaking on authority. Go to the Registrar General and go and find out Lightwave. It's a wholly Ghanaian incorporated company. So I have told you on your show, breaking news, that comment, the first comment, is a falsehood. That's number one. Number two, the minister has told the whole country that the data sits in India. That is also another absolute falsehood. I was the Minister of State for Health. We have the data on the first floor of the Ministry of Health. All of Ghana's health data, the 25 million clients who are on the system, their data is right as we speak at the Ministry of Health first floor building. There is a server there. By the way, each hospital has their own data on their local server. The MOH server ministry is the centralized hub, which serves as a backup, a remote backup for all the data. So that Indian comment is also another misrepresentation and falsehood. Number three, the minister is saying that it's a foreign-owned company. Lightwave works with Ghanaians, and my checks show that 99.9% of their staff are Ghanaians. Now, let me also come to this.
No, so is it ownership or the workers that is Ghanaian?
Both ownership and the workers are wholly Ghanaian. The minister come and share us the evidence that is a foreign-owned company.
Okay.
And more, you see, Umaru, listen, this is very important. You have a situation where you have someone who has built local experience over 8 years. You claim you've overpaid them by $10 million. The contract is still ongoing. The job is still ongoing. If you are not willing to give them 12 more months, start to discuss termination process so that you have access to everything. The minister tells us that their data is with the vendor and not with them. What he was looking for was apparently the source code of the software to take it away from the vendor. And this vendor is aware that you have other people you are looking at. And when you talk to IT firm, they will tell you that it is the source code and the software they have which provides their competitive advantage to be able to outperform the others. And so the company was saying that if you are not going to complete the job with us, for us to hand over everything to us, we cannot go ahead and divert the source code of our software so that you go and give it to another company who will come and take money and operate as if that is their, how do you call it, their knowledge or expertise. Okay. And so let's get it clear. There's a difference between source code of the software and data. And so the data all sits with Ghana.
Doc, you said that the company is wholly Ghanaian owned. Do you mind volunteering the name of the owners and directors?
They say he who alleges my proof. He, the minister, who has come to tell the country that it's a foreign-owned company, should provide you with the evidence of the foreign ownership.
Very
By the way, remember, Umaru, that when Ghana is dealing with a foreign company, what does the law say? Don't you go to parliament?
Yeah, foreign transaction.
Yes, when the minister addressed the nation at the accountability series, he gave himself away by saying that the contract did not require parliamentary approval. Can you imagine? You are a minister. Instead of being calm and talking to your colleagues and people so that we all try and advise you, you go and state somewhere that you are dealing with a foreign company. And yet when the media asked you that, why did you come to parliament? You said parliamentary approval is not needed. He said so because it is a wholly Ghanaian operated company.
Okay.
And so let me put that out and correct that wrong impression that he has put out. Now, this issue of switches, the minister keeps on saying that, and the company switches up and all that. I'm not an IT expert, but it doesn't show that it has serious deficiency with IT. Now, you have a company that, as part of their work, is giving backup and support services. You have refused to talk about their contract extension for them. They have workers that they pay. Because you are not talking to them, they don't have any legal status. They have stopped providing you with the support services. And you sit on radio and TV and say that they have switched off. What off are you talking about? Okay. If the minister had taken his time and then talked to this company, we will not be going to start all over again with another private company that has been closed as a Ghanaian. Umaru, please remember to ask this question. Why is it that a private company is being presented to us as Ghana Health Information Management System? This is very, very deceptive. Very deceptive.
You can have a private company and give it a name that has Ghana in there. I'm not sure the laws are against that. However, I mean, there are so many companies in Ghana in there which are private. Anyway.
I'm saying this because you have a minister who has created the impression that he is dealing with a foreign company and that now he has taken from a foreigner and give it to a Ghanaian. Yet, in the first place, it is not a foreign company. In the second place, he has used Ghana as if it's not the state that is doing it. But guess what? The money, guess what, tomorrow? Yes. The money that would have been paid to Lightway for the work, which is a private company, he's about to now pay the same money.
No,
or maybe higher.
No, he said, and that's my last question to you, that the new contract with this new company, which will be rolled out within 4 weeks, is going to cost less than half, or at least half of what you agreed to pay the previous company. So if you agree to pay the previous company 100 million or 170, 180, depends on how you are looking at it, this new contract is going to be signed at a lower cost, actually half of that price, he said. Now, if we can get it for half price, why should we go for that huge amount that you signed?
Umaru, in the first place, I don't know whether you're aware, but not this point. It's a very serious point I'm about to make. Are you there?
I'm listening to you.
The minister is about to cause serious financial loss.
By reducing the cost?
No. The company is talking about is going to re-onboard the 450 that is done by Lightwave already. Umaru. He's not going to let them go to the remaining health facilities to go and complete, to in fact, to show whether they have the capacity or not. The minister is asking these companies to start all over again with the 450 that Lightwave has done. And because of the stubbornness of the minister, when he was asked whether he will have access to all the data that the Lightwave has already, the minister is saying that they have been going to health insurance to reconstruct the data that Lightwave has done for the 450 that are already working with Lightwave. Can you imagine?
It does not negate the claim he has made unless you have contrary facts to show that the amount that they have signed this contract for is not less than or is not half of what you signed off in government.
Omar, in the first place, the contract we signed went to PPA. Value for money was done. It went to the Ministry of Health. They had value for money on the department did another work. And by the way, the work that they are about to do, it is only when you've seen the scope of the work. And before I forget, this is very important. The minister confessed that this company will not buy any new hardware. They are actually going to use the servers, laptops, desktops, switches, and everything packaged by Lightwave.
Okay.
To do the rest of the work. So what it means is that it's virtually only the software that the minister is talking about.
Okay.
When you do a close look, it might even be more expensive than Lightwave's project.
Thank you for speaking to us.
Always a delight to speak to you, Umaru.
We'll meet you at the Keep Fit at Inshaw and Ayeteshin this weekend. Thank you for speaking to us. Dr. Bernard Okoboy is a former Minister for Health, former Member of Parliament for the Lejokuku constituency. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. You've heard from Honorable Kwabena Mintah, Kando Minister for Health, MP for Dwabuso, and now you've heard from the man he succeeded in office, also speaking on this issue of Lightwave. Stay with us. Eyewitness News returns with more.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Oh, jump on now.
Go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Yo, Anna. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
The jamming never stops. The game never stops. The productivity never stops. The music never stops. At G&J, we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302 689 178 or 179 or 0202 222 220. G&J, your energy partner.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like Jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank accounts too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number, or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana Citi into 500 times more, and the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Yo, welcome back. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Nene in community 25 sends a message. And he says the way Oko Boy is speaking is like he has a personal interest in the company. Next message. Go down. Let me just look at that. Akapo Jr. and Hafomim says, if the minister truly believes the system is hacked, he must fix it and look for the hackers and deal with them drastically. Jones Aduboinla says, the saboteurs are still in the system. The health minister should be very careful. They want him out because he's exposing their create, loot, and share system. Gastiman in Brekum says this health minister seems to be in constant crisis under his watch, from his failed hospital software delaying critical services to strikes, demonstrations, etc. He was one of the loudest critics of the previous administration for similar issues. What has changed now? Send your message to 0549 986 996. Now, the Office of Special Prosecutor, OSP, has raided the Trasacco residence of Nana Iyao Dodo, also known as Dr. Sledge, and the East Legon offices of Gold Ridge Company Limited as part of ongoing investigations into the Minerals Income Investment Fund Gold Trade Program. Fred Tetejabano is ahead of current affairs. He's here in studio with me to tell us more on this particular story. Fred, so who is Dr. Sledge? Why is he a person of interest? And what do you know about the OSP's operations?
Yes, so who is Dr. Sledge? Dr. Sledge came into the news some few months ago. Even though he's been a popular businessman, he actually came into the limelight in terms of news when the Attorney General, during one of his press briefings, addressed some issues of allegations of corruption against the Attorney General, and indicated that he received some amount of money as campaign funds from campaign donations from Dr. Sledge. This was his back and forth with A Plus at the time. So that's when a lot of people's attention came on Dr. Sledge. But Dr. Sledge has been a businessman who's been within the gold, deals with gold and other things for a while now, and I'm told for a decade. The OSPs about 3 weeks or a month ago indicated that he had invited Dr. Sledge to come to answer questions in relation to some corruption and corruption-related issues with regards to the MIFS Gold program, where Dr. Sledge's company is involved in. And we are told that what happened is that Dr. Sledge was invited, he was interrogated and let go. Today, the OSP gave an update on that particular investigations and indicated that they went to court to get permission from the court to go and search the home and the offices of Dr. Sledge. When they went, they seized a number of things, including arms, luxury vehicles, jewelry, amongst others. So, and also some documents related to the particular investigations it's carrying on, it's taking place by the OSP. So they have these particular documents, and the investigations are ongoing. So the OSP just gave an update of the fact that they went, searched the house and the offices of Dr. Sledge, and have seized these particular items, and they would come up with updates later when investigations go further.
So this is related to gold for oil and gold for forex, we're told.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Fred Jabano is our head of current affairs, joining me here on Eyewitness News. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Let's move on to some other stories. AJB, what do we have?
Member of Parliament for Asin South and proponent of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, Reverend John Ntim Fojo, has vowed that the controversial legislation will be passed in its original form, despite what he describes as attempts to dilute it. His comments follow ongoing parliamentary debate over the bill, which was passed by the 8th Parliament but must be reintroduced in the current legislature following the dissolution of the previous House. In an interview with Citi News, Reverend Ntim Fojo alleged that some influential actors are attempting to manipulate the bill, but maintained that its key provisions will remain unchanged.
We have noticed some attempts and some manipulations going on in an attempt to water down the bill. All the clauses, every essential component of the bill in the shape and form as was passed, which the NDC wanted President Akufo-Addo to assent to. It is that same bill. We have not changed anything. It is that same bill we have submitted. It is that same bill we will pass. We will resist any attempt I've heard some commentaries suggesting that some people are meeting some influential people and they are having some high-level agreements. We will resist every attempt to change the key components of the bill. We will pass it the same form as we passed it before. We will not water it down. We will not compromise on any very important, because this bill, remember, is the same bill that went all the way to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court ruled that no aspect of it, no portion of it infringes on any human rights whatsoever.
Member of Parliament for Asin South and proponent of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, Reverend John Ntim Fojo. The Environmental Protection Authority, EPA, has announced an immediate ban on the fabrication, importation, sale, and use of Chanfan machines in Ghana, citing severe environmental destruction caused by their use in illegal mining operations. In a statement issued by the authority, the EPA noted that the fabrication of Chanfan machines is being carried out without the necessary environmental permits or authorization, in violation of the Environmental Protection Act 2025, Act 1124, and the Environmental Protection Regulations 2025, LI 254004. According to the EPA, while the fabrication and sale of the machines have provided income for some individuals, their use in river mining has led to widespread pollution of water bodies, siltation of riverbeds, and destruction of aquatic life. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources says corruption among political officials and law enforcement agencies remains a major obstacle in the fight against illegal mining. Speaking at a national dialogue in Koforidua, Deputy Chief Executive of the Forestry Commission, Elikem Kotoko, on behalf of the Minister Emmanuel Ama-Kofi-Boa, says weak regulation, poverty and unemployment also drive the menace.
Limited awareness of the environmental and health risks associated with galamsey among citizens. Weak enforcement of mining regulations. Number 4, unemployment, poverty, and limited access to opportunities. And then lastly, the global high demand for gold incentivizes illegal mining. Allow me to add that the current gold price stands very close to a whopping $4,000 per ounce. The mathematics, I leave it to you. Mr. Chairman, we are not here today because we are unaware of the problems, but to build consensus on strategic solutions to address this menace. As the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, I am leading the pursuit of a 5-pronged approach to resolving this menace, and I want to give you my word today that I am committed to doing so.
You heard Deputy CEO of the Forestry Commission, Elikem Kotoko, speaking on behalf of the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Ama-Kofi-Boa. Now, Minister of State for Public Sector Reforms, Lydia Lamisia Kambareba, says her office is collaborating with the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SNIT, to address accessibility challenges in districts without banks. Speaking to Citi News during a visit to SNIT, she noted that many pensioners, especially the elderly, struggle to access services due to travel constraints. According to her, the initiative aims to expand SNIT's reach and enhance all beneficiaries received their entitlements conveniently.
In every organization there are challenges of receivers, challenges of their operations, challenges of districts where there are no banks. What do they do? But in all that, they are trying to create a digital platform where people without banks can still access the services in their contribution and in their payment. Because currently we have a lot of pensioners who need to take their payment, and they are so old that going to the bank is another issue. And again, what is more striking is the telehealth. Telehealth is where they are going to provide health services to people through normal digital platform communication.
Minister of State for Public Sector Reforms, Lydia Lamisi Akamvaraba. On his part, Director General of SNIT, Kwesi Afre, says SNIT will soon set up special offices at the various district assemblies to provide services to the public in such communities.
Once our strategy was to grow using the banks as the first point of that expansion drive with our co-location strategy. We're not just limiting ourselves to the banks. So we'll get into spaces where probably even a district assembly can become a point of contact for SNIT, where we station our people there to provide our services to the people in those communities. Additionally, we are setting up our virtual infrastructure and improving it each day, such that people can engage us without necessarily leaving the comfort of their homes. So those are initiatives meant to improve on accessibility and convenience to the people.
He added that as part of efforts to boost revenue from its investments, SNIT has begun conversations to undertake major expansion works at the Labadi Beach Hotel and La Palm Hotel, where it holds 100% shares.
Minister did ask about how some of our investments were doing, and we're all in this country, and the conversations last year around the hotels, so it naturally became a topical conversation. Labadi is doing well. Labadi is seeking to expand, and we as the 100% shareholders would give our unflinching support to Labadi to expand. Then there's the likes of La Palm that needs to be remodeled, that needs to be redeveloped, and there are ongoing conversations to do same, because ultimately we need to improve on the returns of our investments to position the trust and to grow their total assets under management.
That was the Director General of SNIT, Kwesi Afre Baini.
This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are coming to you from our studios in Accra. I'm Omar Sandamadu here with Ejubi Wiafe Akenti. Now, the minority in Parliament has filed a motion calling for the suspension of all proceedings on the nomination of Justice Paul Bafo Boni as Chief Justice until all pending legal cases concerning the removal of Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu are resolved. In the motion, the minority, citing Articles 110(1), 125 to 127, 1441, and 146 of the 1992 Constitution and relevant standing orders, urged Parliament to suspend the Appointments Committee's vetting and any plenary debate or approval processes. The motion specifically referenced multiple ongoing cases, including an ECOWAS court suit and other applications before the Supreme Court and High Court, which directly relate to Justice Tokono's removal. It further requested that the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayine, appears before Parliament to provide a comprehensive briefing on the status of all litigation related to the matter. This Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Is that not my daughter's picture and name on your school's billboard?
Oh, yes.
But why? Is that how things are done?
Oh, madam, but I thought you would be happy to see your child's picture on display by the school. She's a star.
Star for what? Look, take that billboard down right now. My child and I need to know when our personal information is being shared, how it is shared, and what it is used for in any organization. It is my daughter's personal space and her privacy matters. Why would you do that?
Madam, please, exercise patience.
Assert your privacy rights. Request erasure. Restrict the use of your information. You can give and withdraw consent to the collection, usage, and disclosure of your information from any organization. It's your rights. It's the law. Privacy is everyone's responsibility. To learn about your rights and more, visit www.dataprotection.org.gh or call 0256 301533. Remember, privacy is personal.
Are you ready to unlock the next big thing? It's a universe of endless possibilities. Get ready to be part of this universe.
My hands are champion, creating temptation. 100% natural Kivo. Ginger, garlic, onion. No salt, no MSG. No preservatives. Steam them natural. Chicken, fish, and meat. Yes,
Kivo 3 in 100% natural ginger garlic onion powder. Incredible aroma. Champion taste. This advert is FDA approved.
Ginger, garlic, and onion. 3 in 1 Kivo.
Hey, Ruben. Every 2 seconds notification. The Momo keeps on coming. It keeps on coming, eh?
Ma, I am the community Momo man now. People send money, and with the Momo app, every payment is done. My transactions are flying.
Hey, Aden.
Ma, you didn't know, eh?
Over 2 million Ghana cedis is up for grabs in the Stillman Saka promo. Transact more than 100 Ghana cedis with your Momo app, and you could win daily, weekly, and monthly cash prizes, and 100,000 Ghana cedis grand prize. And it's not just payments and money transfers. Bank to wallet transactions, savings, loans, investments, pensions, POS transactions, and Momo transactions from other partner platforms qualify. This promo runs in collaboration with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ejibi Yafe Akenting. Let's settle for the details. Former Director of the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, Professor Peter Korte, says Ghana must work towards achieving an optimal inflation rate that supports sustained economic growth. His comments follow the country's inflation easing to 9.4% in September, the first single-digit rate in 4 years. At the launch of the 2024 State of the Ghanaian Economy report, Professor Korte urged policymakers to maintain a balanced approach in managing inflation to safeguard price stability while promoting productive expansion and job creation.
We've seen inflation reducing, and we are going to see it reduce further by the end of the year. I was a bit concerned because, one, I would have loved to know the optimal rate of inflation. Because some level of inflation is good. as you hit hard on inflation, you are going to hurt growth because you are not spending. I would love to see deficits, reasonable deficit levels, reasonable rates of inflation, some stability in the exchange rate, but not at the expense of growth, not at the expense of jobs. And therefore, we need to be told what the optimal rate of inflation for Ghana. I don't know if Bank of Ghana has that research. I am yet to see, but we need that before we continue to hit hard on inflation. Yes, it's good to have single digits, but you should know where you are going to.
Former Director for the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, Professor Peter Korte. Government says Ghana's ongoing economic recovery is not a miracle, but rather the result of deliberate policy choices and disciplined fiscal management. Speaking at the 14th Ghana Economic Forum organized by the Business and Financial Times in Accra, Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman said prudent expenditure controls and sound economic decisions are gradually restoring stability and rebuilding investor confidence in the economy. She stressed that the gains being recorded reflect consistent efforts to manage public spending responsibly.
Agreements with creditors have eased debt distress. The fiscal reforms are beginning to bear fruit. These are not miracles. They are the outcomes of deliberate, disciplined choices. The Bank of Ghana's careful policies, stronger export performance, and the Gold Board initiative, which ensures our gold directly strengthens our own reserves, have helped to increase confidence both at home and abroad. Investors are returning. However, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the time for complacency. It is a time for consolidation. To make this recovery durable, we must do a few things. First, we must add value to what we produce. The Citi will never be as strong as it should be if we continue to export, for example, cocoa beans instead of chocolate, bauxite instead of aluminium, and gold dust instead of jewelry.
You heard Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, Vice President of Ghana. The Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, is proposing urgent reforms at the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, following fresh revelations of financial mismanagement and operational inefficiencies by Parliament's Public Accounts Committee. According to FABAG, the committee's findings, which highlights unapproved spending, weak internal controls and unaccounted public funds, confirm long-standing concerns that ECG's financial woes stem from poor management rather than low tariffs. FABAG insists it is unjustifiable to burden consumers and businesses with higher electricity tariffs while the utility company continues to lose revenue through waste and mismanagement. Here is Executive Chairman of FABAG, John Awuni.
Tariff increments will only go to indicate that the public is paying for their inefficiency, and that will embolden them and encourage them to continue the kind of financial recklessness, the poor governance that they engage on. For an institution to overrun its budget without any approval of its board is very appalling. For an institution to overrun its budget by almost 200% and comes back to the PRC and requests for tariff adjustments is very unacceptable. We are of the opinion that ECG have to be held accountable. We are of the opinion that ECG have to be given clear-cut benchmarks. We are of the opinion that ECG needs to come out to the public and explain what kind of measures they have put in place to avert future financial recklessness, financial indiscipline.
John Awuni is executive chairman of FABAC. Away from that, government is eyeing an estimated $2.3 billion investment to modernize and fully revamp the Volta Aluminium Company Limited VALCO as part of efforts to restore profitability and unlock the country's full aluminium value chain potential. According to government, the capital injection will support a comprehensive transformation plan aimed at boosting value addition and attracting long-term investment into the sector. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, announced this during a working visit to VALCO.
I am very excited that the workers that are here are still very energized. They are very committed to their work, and so I think that we must continue on that path and tell the story and make sure we can engage partners that are very serious, that are committed. The last time we talked to them, I think some of the new modernization projects will require about 2.3 billion in the short term, and those are the steps we have to take. We have a lot of proposals on the table. We don't want to do the talk shop anymore. We really want to get to the chase to see the things that we can practically start and see what we can work with others. And so we are going to work.
You heard Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa. Now, the Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana is urging law enforcement agencies to intensify efforts to clamp down on illicit imports, especially ahead of the festive season. The call follows recent concerns by the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, which estimates that the country is losing hundreds of millions of cedis every week to unmonitored smuggling activities through both official and unofficial entry points. The chamber warns that if the practice is left unchecked, it could further hurt the economy and undermine local production. Anthony Morrison is CEO of the Agribusiness Chamber.
This country is for all of us. If it's good, it's for all of us. Everybody has his father, mother, children, father, other families. Everybody is in Ghana. If you have the ultimate responsibility of safeguarding the best for Ghana, you have to do it. And I think that this extends to all security agencies in the country. Let us block illicit imports because it is killing the economy. Now that we are seeing the forests coming down, we are all happy. We are buying fuel cheaper. We are accessing other things cheaper. Let us all contribute towards building the economy because this is the only country we have. If it's good, we stay in. If it's bad, we stay in. If it's worse, we stay in. But let us endeavor to make it a better place so that the next generation, your children's children, when they come, they can hit their chest to say, my grandfather was part of the success. My grandmother was part of the success. And this is the success story we need to talk about.
That was CEO of the Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana, Anthony Morrison. And that's all for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ejubi Wiafe Akinteng. Up next is Point Blank.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. And what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Dreaming big, thinking Africa. UBA Ghana's got your back for business growth and expansion. UBA Ghana's got your back.
With a 6 billion after loan facility,
UBA Ghana's got your back.
With POPs, send and receive money anywhere.
UBA Ghana's got your back.
UBA Ghana has got your back. With the 6 billion after loan facility, your business can grow, export, and trade across the continent.
And with POPs, send and receive money across Africa instantly. Now live on Leo, your 247 digital banking buddy. UBA Ghana,
connecting you to Africa's opportunities. UBA,
Africa's global bank.
UBA Ghana's got your back.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community will win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together. Because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly. Not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. I repeat, or call 0244 644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
This is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. I am Umar Rusanda Amado. Tonight on Point Blank, we're talking about mental health. So my guest on Point Blank tonight is the Vice President of the Psychiatric Association of Ghana and also the Medical Director of the Pantan Hospital. We're discussing mental health in Ghana. Dr. Yenuson Maluk, you're welcome to Point Blank.
Thank you so much, and good evening to your listeners.
Good evening to you. How are you? You have a nice voice. Have you ever thought of doing radio?
No, please.
Oh, please consider. You can tell the authorities to set up a radio station. Just don't come here because you take my job. I don't have a nice voice. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
Very well. Your name is Yenusong. Sounds like my resident radio pastor's name. Are you related to him? Pastor Yenusong Mwenga.
He's my uncle.
Oh, he's your uncle. Okay. So you are from Northeast region.
Bungpurugu.
Bungpurugu. Nice. Not Nakpanduri.
Bungpurugu.
From Nakpanduri to Bungpurugu, forgive me, we are just doing some small geography here. Bungpurugu is which side? Between Nakpanduri and Togo, correct?
Yes, so Nakpanduri and Bungpurugu are both found within the Bungpurugu-Nakpanduri district. And we have one constituency, Bungpurugu constituency.
Okay.
It used to be part of a bigger constituency and district called the Bungpurugu-Yunyu constituency, which has now been separated. Okay. And we have Yunyu-Naswang district, which has a Yunyu constituency.
Okay. And then you have Bungpurugu on its own. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about tonight. Mental health and psychiatric. So what's the difference between, when you say mental health and we talk about psychiatric, what's the difference? Which is any of them offensive to use?
So, I mean, good question. Umar, thank you so much for that question. Mental health essentially has to do with your well-being, your mental wellness. We tend to take mental health to mean something that doesn't sound right, something abnormal. No, it's has to do with your mental wellness or your well-being. Right? It's when you have a mental illness that then there's a mental health disorder or there's a problem with your mental health. Now, psychiatry is just basically the study of mental health or mental health disorders. That's what psychiatry is about, yeah.
So none of them is offensive to use. That's what I just wanted to understand. Because when they say he's mental or colo-mental, it means that you have a problem with your head.
Yes. So what you just said would be problematic because you are labeling.
Okay.
So if you look at the Mental Health Acts, anytime they are referring to mental health, they say someone suffering from a mental health disorder. So i.e. someone suffering from schizophrenia, a person suffering from depression, instead of saying a mentally ill person.
So it's wrong to say mentally ill or mentally challenged person. What would be the proper term to use to describe?
A person suffering from a mental disorder.
That would be more helpful, and that's proper, more diplomatically correct or politically correct.
That's more appropriate.
Appropriate. Okay, thank you for this explanation. Now, we also have so there's Psychiatric Association of Ghana. Then we have the Mental Health Authority. Can you break down for me which one is which?
Good. So it's just like we have in GMA. GMA is Ghana Medical Association, which a mother body for all medical doctors in Ghana.
Okay.
We have psychiatrists in Ghana, and our association, which makes up all psychiatrists in Ghana, is called the Psychiatric Association of Ghana.
And you are the vice president.
I'm the vice president, or outgoing vice president, because we are having elections, and then tomorrow.
You are not contesting?
No, I didn't contest.
Oh.
I've been in the association as an executive for the past 4 years. I started in 2021 as the organizing secretary. Moved on to be the vice president in 2021. Went to Volta Serene Hotel in Ho, and then I'm no more because I have other responsibilities that speak my cup full. So, okay. For Mental Health Authority is an agency under the Ministry of Health, just like the way we have Ghana Health Service, the way we have CHAG.
So it's a regulator.
Yes, more or less under the Ministry of Health, and it oversees mental health in Ghana, especially 3 psychiatric hospitals: Ankafo Psychiatric Hospital, Crown Psychiatric Hospital, and then Pantan Hospital, which I'm the director.
Does it mean we have only 3 psychiatric hospitals in this country?
We have 3 psychiatric hospitals in this country: Ankafo Psychiatric Hospital, Pantan Hospital, and then Accra Psychiatric Hospital. However,
Ankafo is Central Region.
Central Region.
So we don't have one in the Middle Belt or the North?
Good question. No, there were 2 hospitals being constructed under Agenda 111 one at Yagaba, two in northern region, on the road to Yendi, is being constructed. It's far advanced. Agenda 111. Another was being constructed in Onwe, Ashanti region. Onwe is a town or village near Kumasi. They are at various stages of completion. So as at now, we have 3 psychiatric hospitals which are located in the southern part of Ghana. However, because of our Mental Health Act 846, which more or less guides mental practice in Ghana, we have decentralized mental health care. So any public hospital you go to, there's a mental health unit. Only challenge probably will be that you may not get a psychiatrist, but we have mental health nurses who have been trained and they are doing their best.
Where do we train the mental health nurses? Do they get trained at, say, the Accra Psychiatric Hospital, or they are trained in the regular nursing training schools?
So we have specialized nursing training colleges for the training of the mental health nurses. We have the Pantai Nursing Training College, which trains mental health nurses. And we have also the Ankafo Nursing Training College, which also trains mental health nurses.
Okay. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. This particular segment is called Point Blank. I'm having a conversation, in case you're confused, with the Vice President of the Psychiatric Association of Ghana. He's the Medical Director of the Pantan Hospital. We're trying to deal with the issues of psychiatry and mental health in Ghana. We also talk about the hospital that he manages properly. Now, so it means that if someone has a mental problem, health problem in northern Ghana, say in your village of Bunkrugu, the person, if they need to be admitted to a hospital, they have to be brought all the way down south. Is that what it means? Or Tamale Teaching Hospital can have a ward for this person?
I mean, Umar, I must commend you for this question that you are asking. They are very much on point. Access is a major problem in terms of mental health. Like I've said, mental health has been decentralized. So far away Bunkurugu, my village, we have a psychiatric unit in the Bunkurugu district hospital.
Okay.
You know, and even Bendi, which is also a big hospital in the district, we have a mental health department there. The quality of the personnel might be the challenge, but they are doing the best that they can. In terms of admission, that's where the problem lies. Tamale Teaching Hospital has about 3 psychiatrists now, I believe. You know, some of my colleagues are there, but I'm not sure about the admission ward, how much they have, you know. Because more often than not, although we are doing integration, but having a psychiatric ward within the general medical centers sometimes is problematic. You know, so with the stigma that we are doing, sometimes with genuine concerns that can arise.
The stigma that you've talked about is very important. When people hear psychiatric hospital, the mindset is different. To the extent that even if you're seen going or coming out of Ankafo, for instance, there's a stigma around you. Is that the reason that it's being decentralized so that it will be brought closer to everybody? And if that's the case too, how do you deal with it? Do these wards have to be having special logistical issues around them? Do they have to be under lock and key? How do these things work?
So one of the ways to do the stigma is to make sure we integrate with the general healthcare service, the primary care service. That's one. And to deal with the admissions often, that's why the 2 new hospitals are being built on Agenda 111. But where we have it integrated to the system, we can still be able to have it and put in the necessary security measures just in case there are some extreme situations whereby certain controls need to be brought in. But that in itself alone should not prevent we having psychiatric wards within the general hospitals. Because you can even have someone who probably doesn't have any supposed mental health condition, but can become delirious and become aggressive post-surgery. Someone can become delirious. You can have an infection and then can lead to delirium, you know. Someone can have an alcohol withdrawal, this and can become aggressive, right?
It doesn't mean that they have mental challenge.
Well, what I'm saying is that you can have mental presentations in the general medical settings.
Okay.
Right? So what happens? So that's why it's good to have specialized wards available.
Okay.
And once you have the determination to have that available, you can then put in the safety measures.
How big a deal is mental health? So that malaria is a big issue, polio is a big issue, we deal with that. Mpox came recently, COVID-19. How widespread or how big a deal is mental health challenge in this country?
Let me just say that there is no health without mental health. And research has shown that I think about 13% of Ghanaians may have one mental health challenge or the other.
13%?
Yes. And then...
If you put it in fraction terms, how is that?
Fraction terms. So 13 means that 13 out of
100
or 100, you know. And just to repeat what I said earlier, there's no health without mental health. All of us, at one point or the other, might have one challenge or the other, you know. So if you do not have the good mental health or good state of mind, your output might not be the best. So mental health is very important. Across the world, there's a shift towards employers making sure that they have what we call mental health policies to help with their staff. You can imagine that if someone has got a mental health disorder, let's say it has a depressive episode, the person might withdraw from work, the person might not be happy, might be having crying episodes, might not be interested in doing what he or she used to like doing, and the output might suffer. So if we all agree that this is very important to deal with, we will put necessary measures. So this will help at the end of the day improve productivity and ensure that our country becomes better. So mental health is a big deal.
I see. Let's talk about your particular place of work. So the Pantai Hospital. It used to be a very remote part of Accra in the past. Today, many people live in that hood. What are the... Okay, what's the state of the Pantai Hospital which you had?
Pantai Hospital is 50 years this year.
50?
Yes,
Wow.
50 years. And we've been celebrating our 50th anniversary by dedicating a year, one whole year to celebrate it. The theme for that is honoring our legacy and shaping our future. I'm about a safe hospital director. I started with 1975. We come to 1975 General Aki Achampong. After Nkrumah initiated the construction of Pantai Hospital alongside Ankafu Secondary Hospital. Ankafu was completed in 1965, and the coup came in 66. So Pantai was put on hold.
And how about Accra?
Accra, 1906.
Okay, so way older. Okay.
You know, I teach, so one of the topics that I like to teach a lot is history of psychiatry. So you can dedicate a whole hour to do that.
I see.
Anyway, so Pantai was initiated by Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. It was envisioned to be a Pan-African neuropsychiatry center of excellence. The coup came in 66, truncated all these plans. So there are a lot of uncompleted structures. Achampong, when he became head of state, God bless his soul, completed part of the buildings and commissioned Pantai Hospital in 1975. Dr. Sikanati then became the first director. I moved on to Dr. Sakite, then moved on to, I believe, Dr. Jade, Professor Alote, then Dr. Jade in 2008, Dr. Baden in 2016, then I came in 2025. So we've come a long way. Now, our buildings are over 50 years old. They are dilapidated.
The Accra Psychiatric Hospital, which I know,
Yes,
the buildings
please.
don't look good. It
Yes.
doesn't mean your buildings are similar to that?
That's why Accra Psychiatry is a colonial relic.
Yeah. So your buildings are also that as old?
Over 50 years old. So we have to spend a lot of money to renovate them, to maintain them, so it can at least appear structurally.
But since 75, have they not put up any new buildings on your compound?
We more or less just keep on improving on the uncompleted structures by completing them. And if you see any, just one or two dots, just so as extensions to the service areas.
How many people can it admit?
So let me give you some statistics. I mean, Pantai was built as a 500 bed capacity.
Okay.
But around the time the new Mental Health Act came, in somewhere 2015, we decentralized mental health care. We had to focus more on community care. So we redistributed our nurses to the various different communities. So, and then the focus was not just on inpatient admission, that's curative, but also preventive. So currently we are doing about 200 to 250 inpatient admissions. Yeah, but let me give some statistics. Last year,
before that, how many people are on admission currently?
I mean, I get daily report. Last time I had this one, I haven't checked, but a few days ago it was about 150.
About 150 people on admission.
Yes.
What is the status of the people on admission? How bad? How good? Is it extreme? What kind of? people do you have on admission?
So some of the common disorders we have from previous awareness will be schizophrenia, depression or depressive disorder, bipolar, some who have other chronic conditions. You know,
what makes a person with a challenge like that attack healthcare providers, and how safe are your healthcare providers?
So I think that, let me just correct this myth. There's this myth that clients or people suffering from mental disorders are aggressive, and the mental health hospital is a no-go area. You know, it's true. Once in a while, you may get a client being aggressive, but when you visit us or come to Pantan Hospital and then you look at our OPD, out of maybe 20 people waiting in line to see the doctor or the psychiatrist, 1 or 2 might be aggressive or might be pacing or might be restless, but the rest are well dressed like you and me. These are teachers, lawyers, doctors, drivers, you know, market women, just like you and me. And I keep on saying, it can be me, it can be you. No one is immune from it. Sometimes the condition might make you lose sight of the fact that you are who you are, and then you might become aggressive. So, for example, someone who has got bipolar mania, you are hyperactive, might become aggressive because of the increased energy that you have. You know, so that might make you aggressive, and you might not even be have insight into what you are doing.
Okay.
Someone who has got schizophrenia might be hearing voices telling him to do things. You know, yes, but that's just.
But do you treat to discharge? Do you treat a person to, you say this person is well, I'm discharging this person to go home, or you keep people because they cannot be in the same home with other people who don't have their child? What's your approach? We
treat to discharge. It's not everyone who comes to the psychiatrist that we even admit. Okay. For most people, we manage them on outpatient basis, and they get well.
Okay.
And you see, the fulfilling thing is that family has brought somebody, because we are talking about aggression. Yeah, though I try not to go there. If not, people think it's all about people being aggressive. So bringing someone who is aggressive, proactive, attacking people, perhaps has been roaming the street for like 6 months, you know, they bring him. We do the initial assessment, start some treatment. And if, let's say, we don't deem it way for him to be admitted, we put him on medications. In 2 weeks, I can review. Family begin to see improvement. They are happy. We assess, optimize treatment. Within a month, the person is looking good. And they are happy. No, there are success stories, you know. And because of the stigma, because of confidentiality, we cannot talk beyond that. You know, I would really be happy if people that we've treated, the high and the low, will tell their own story.
Right. How about your property? Is your place walled? Is your hospital walled?
Pantan Hospital has a vast land. There's a lot of encroachment going. Ministry of Health somewhere about 2 years ago, so when we had a lot of encroachment issues going on, decided to wall, but it's just 30% complete. So I take this opportunity to reiterate the plea that we've made to Ministry of during our anniversary launch, that it should please help us to complete the work. So at least let us preserve what is left of the land,
okay,
you know, for posterity.
Lack of accommodation, shortage of staff, how do you deal with that?
Shortage of staff is a major issue. We have a number of our nurses, mental health nurses, leaving the country to seek greener pastures. We are praying that the Ministry of Health should be able to post new staff to at least mitigate this challenge, because the nurses, those who are available, are complaining. They are getting burnt out. But I've always been playing with them that nurses will be posted, new nurses will be posted to help us.
Does it mean we don't have enough nurses, or they are simply not interested in being posted? Why do we have a shortage of nurses?
The government has to post them. That is one.
MP.
2 is people leaving the country for greener pastures. There's a high demand for our mental health nurses in the UK and other places. Lack of accommodation is a major issue. I've been in Pantan Hospital for over a decade now. 7 years ago, when I became chairman of the accommodation committee for Pantan Hospital, we had 136 accommodation units for a staff of over 500 to 600 then. Now we have a staff of over 750. This is still what we have. You know, and the accommodation committee keep on coming to me that, director, there's no accommodation, what should we do? I said, unless we build new accommodations, really, there's nothing to do. What you have is that people are still living in some of the uncompleted structures that Nkrumah started, or it was started and then never got completed. And the situation there is not good.
Wow. My last question, is government putting up any physical structure for you in your place currently?
The last time there was capital expenditure released for building was somewhere 2010, when part of an uncompleted structure was completed for accommodation.
But currently, there's no ongoing project, and there's no promise to build anything for you.
His Excellency the President of Ghana, President John Dramani Mahama, that's the ruling party, in his manifesto, the NDC, indicated that Pantan Hospital was going to be refurbished to a modern facility. And I've been making this call for the past 6-7 months since I became director that we are 50 years. We need to have this modern facility being built for Pantan Hospital. Because the buildings are over 50 years old, and His Excellency the President should see this as a call to action.
Okay.
So we are pleading with him. He should build a new modern facility that can stand the test of time and to serve as a legacy. So 50 years from now, when Pantan Hospital staff are celebrating 100 years of its existence, they will remember that it was His Excellency the President of the Republic, President John Dramani Mahama, when he came back for his legacy term, that he built a modern facility for Pantan Hospital. And I just want to add, or to plead once again, the road leading from Pantan Junction to the hospital is in a terrible state. I know our Honorable MC Alhaji Ibrahim Hussein Faila has spoken a lot about that, and he's a friend. We keep engaging. And the MP, Honorable Francis Iwasoso, who is also a good friend, keep engaging. They are doing their part, but we are also urging and pleading with the Ministry of, I think, Roads and Transport, Roads and Highways. That road is not good at all. And we have pregnant women who sit in cars leading to a hospital. Pantan Hospital, we operate both psychiatric services and general medical services.
Okay.
Though we are primarily a psychiatric facility, but we have a maternity unit, we have a dental unit, we have an eye clinic, we have a morgue, multi-facilities, we have laboratory services, and we have so many other services, and not just a mental.
So it's open to the public.
It is open to the public,
Very well.
and people are accessing our services. And we are also doing our part to ensure that Pantan Hospital becomes the first point of call for any health, challenge, whether psychiatry or general medical services.
Doc, thank you so much for joining us for dinner.
Umar, thank you so much for serving dinner
without food. That's Dr. Yunuson Malud. He's Vice President of the Psychiatric Association of Ghana and is the Medical Director of the Pantan Hospital. That's by way of Eyewitness News tonight. I am Umar Rusanda Amado. I did this with the Jubi Wiafia Kentin. Production by Beverly London, Sami Wiafi Kobna Wilson, Fred Tete Jabano. Production support on the technical side was from Daniel Squashing. Emmanuel Usu and his new media team helped us to be online. We'll be back tomorrow at 17:30 GMT. Thank you for listening and have a good night.
Citi News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at Citi 973.